Hello, you guys. Our lesson for today is about vertebrates. So, do you remember what a vertebrate animal is? Let's all remember that vertebrates are animals with a backbone, and you can feel your own backbone if you touch the center of your back. So, there are 5 types of vertebrates, and they all look different from each other. The first group is mammals, just like the dog. Birds like penguins, reptiles like snakes, fish like this fish, and amphibians like the frog. So starting with mammals, always remember that mammals usually have hair or fur that cover their bodies, and most mammals have 4 legs, not all of them, because we ourselves are mammals and we have 2 legs. Also, mammals breathe with their lungs because, we need to take in oxygen from the air. And many mammals have got a tail. We said many, not all of them, because, we are mammals and we don't have one. So, how do mammals reproduce? Well, mammals, they give birth to live young. This is why we call them viviparous. This means that the baby or the young mammal grows inside the mother's body. Also, female mammals have mammary glands, which give milk to the babies so that they can feed them milk while they are still very young. So, mammals are a big group of animals, and some of them can even swim, like whales and dolphins and seals and other sea animals like the Seamanati. And some mammals can even fly, like bats. So can you think of some other examples of mammals? Now, birds are the only group of animals that has feathers and 2 legs and wings and a beak. Okay, so these animals belong to the bird group. Most birds can fly. We said most, not all of them, because some birds are too heavy and big to fly. They cannot carry themselves like the ostrich, but it is a very fast runner. And some birds can also swim, like the duck and the penguin. Of course, you know this, that birds breathe with their lungs because they need to take in oxygen from the air that they breathe. And of course, they are oviparous. This means that they lay eggs and they incubate their eggs. This means that the mommy bird will sit on the eggs to keep them warm and stuff like that. So now, can you think of some examples of birds? Now, the third group is reptiles, and they have got hard scales on their body, just like here in the picture. This is a picture of a snake showing its green scales. These scales are hard. And reptiles have lungs to breathe and to get in oxygen from the air. Most reptiles have 4 legs. We said most, not all of them, because some reptiles, like this snake, have no legs. And some reptiles, they have shells on their back, like the tortoise and the turtle. Snakes are different because they haven't got legs and they slither over the ground. Now, fish is the next group of vertebrates, and they are oviparous. When we say oviparous, this means that they lay eggs, and they lay their eggs in the water. I forgot to tell you one more thing about fish here. It's that they have gills to get in oxygen from the water, and they have fins and tails to move and swim. Now, the last group is the amphibians group, and the amphibians have special and moist skin because when they are adults, they use this moist or wet skin to get in oxygen from the water when they are under the water. And they are oviparous. This means that they lay their eggs in the water. And always remember that when the amphibians are young, they are aquatic animals. When we say aquatic, it comes from the word aqua, and aqua means water. So when they are young, they live only in the water exclusively, and they have gills only to get in oxygen from the water. But as they grow bigger and bigger, the gills will start to disappear, and they will grow lungs instead. And even their tails will start to get shorter and shorter until they disappear, and they will grow legs and start looking like the mommy amphibian, like frogs. So some examples of amphibians like frogs and toads and salamanders and newts. Now here I got you like a chart to show you all of the characteristics. If you can screenshot this and keep it with you, because this includes all of the notes that you need to have about vertebrate animals. So the first group is, let's say, fish. They have scales, they have fins, they have gills, and they lay eggs. The amphibians, they have slimy skins, no scales, they have 4 limbs. They have gills when they are when they are young, and they have lungs when they are adult, and they have or they lay eggs. The reptiles, they have dry scales, 4 limbs and lungs and shelled eggs. Now, notice that the first 3 groups, fish and amphibians and reptiles, all 3, they cannot control their own body temperature. This means that all 3 of them are cold-blooded. When we say cold-blooded, this means that when the temperature of the place around them is high, then their body temperature will rise up if they are in a hot place. And in case they were in a cold place, then their body temperature will drop down. Now, the only 2 groups of animals that are warm-blooded, because they can control their own body temperature. This means that their body temperature will stay the same no matter where they are. It's only birds and mammals, okay? So birds, again, they have feathers, 2 legs, and 2 wings. They have lungs to breathe in oxygen from the air. They have shelled eggs, and they have beaks. Mammals, they have hair or fur, 4 limbs, and lungs, born alive. This means that they are born from the mother's body, and they have mammary glands to give milk to the young. So can you now recall, just to review, can you answer these questions by yourself? If you can answer, what are vertebrates, and which group of vertebrates are there, like what are they, and what can you say about each group of vertebrates, and which group of animals do human beings, us, belong to? Okay? Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.